How does it feel to work at such a magnificent building and get up every day to come here?
Actually, that's something that's really special about working at the Royal Albert Hall, is coming to work and just as you reach the building, sort of being hit by the enormity of the architecture, and it's got a real wow factor to it. And I've only worked here for 6 years, which in comparison to some people is a quite short space of time, but even in that 6 years, every time you approach the hall and you think, this is where I work, you feel quite proud about it. And it's such a famous building, people around the world know it, and because it features quite a lot on TV and radio and everything else, and online and all these different media, it's attractive to people. So when you say, I work at the Royal Albert Hall, people are instantly interested, and you never lose that wow factor. So it's a great feeling when you wake up and think, oh great, I'm going to work at the Royal Albert Hall today.
Yeah. What would be your favourite part of the hall?
Gosh, I think actually this entrance where we are now, because this is the main entrance, it's got fabulous staircases. A lot of people come in this way, and again you get that wow factor. You get the very grand staircase going up, the Victorian architecture, and it's kind of welcoming you in. And then when you go through the next set of double doors, you get hit by this magnificent auditorium. So I think door 6, this main entrance, is definitely the best for me. And also on the other side of the road, you've got the Albert Memorial, which is another fantastic bit of London architecture. So when you kind of marry the two together, it's great.
I know you haven't always worked at the Royal Albert Hall, though. I know
That's
you've
right.
done a bit of travelling. What's that like?
Wow, that's a real passion for me, travelling actually, and I've spent quite a bit of time in India and Southeast Asia, and for me it's something really special, sort of interacting with different cultures, and also kind of losing yourself a bit and having a lot of fun and taking a few calculated risks when you're travelling and backpacking and experiencing things that you wouldn't necessarily experience here. And actually, even when I tie it back into working here, it's also quite useful as well, because we do a lot of world music events here, and so hopefully from time to time I might experience some of those different cultures and then be able to tie that in when I'm working on an event at the hall.
Okay. What events have you got coming up?
What ones that I'm looking forward to?
Yeah.
Or, Eric Clapton, we've got coming up in a couple of months' time. That's always really special because he's such an iconic figure.
Yeah.
So it's something quite special to see that. And then actually there's a couple of sort of amusing things in our calendar this year that I personally quite like the sound of. One is Dame Edna Everage coming and doing an event called Last Night of the Poms. So I don't really know an awful lot about it yet, but just the title is kind of really enticing. And also there's an event involving Monty Python. So that should be quite fun and exciting too. So I think at the moment those are the 3 that I'm quite looking forward to this year.